Hey there, and welcome back to Cursed Seeds, an educational monster train series where we struggle through the toughest challenges around. So, this is an interesting one. I think I say that on all of these episodes, honestly. I'm pretty sure every single one I say it's interesting for some reason, and that's why I pick them. So, I'm not surprised, but I actually just realized that I do say that. Regardless, this is part of an ongoing discussion, which is why I wanted to play it. Basically, I keep talking about what I think the worst clan combos are, and all of my picks usually surprise people. A lot of folks will always peddle something with Tethys. I think Tethys and Dregs comes up pretty commonly. I do think it's pretty bad, but I think Stygian as a standalone is pretty capable of soloing a run. So and so is Melting if you hit any of the reasonable stuff. So certainly there are some cursed seeds that look into Tethys and Dregs, but I don't think on the average it's one of the worst clan combos. But another popular one is Soul Guard with Dregs. Pretty much Dregs with something that wants to cast spells is pretty common. If you do it with Queen's Implings, well, you're still just one Transcend Imp and an Endless away from winning the run. So I don't think you can really call anything with Queen's Implings that bad, especially with just Hellhorn being as strong as it is, right? You can go to a Hellhorn banner and kind of cruise from what you see, as long as you don't hit the fabled Demon Fiend consumer of crowns. But regardless, my belief is that some combination of Awoken and Umbra is the worst clan combo. And I've talked about this a lot. I'm not going to go into too much detail here of why I think so. I actually don't think it's with Sentient. I think it's got to be with Penumbra, personally. It's tough. I think it's Penumbra, but at the same time, I mean, it has to be Penumbra, but I think at the same time, the question for me is always whether I actually think Restore or Root Seeds is worse. And this is the interesting discussion for me because I actually personally believe that Root Seeds with Penumbra is worse overall. Because Root Seeds on its own at 100 shards is not sufficient to scale you to a winning level. And despite the good value of Root Seeds, it does essentially disable two of the stronger banner units from you, both hollows. It also makes Steel Singer a very difficult play. So one of the things about that is that Awoken Hollow self-infused with literally any of the strong Awoken units behind it is a winning line, and disabling that winning line is brutal. It's difficult because when you think about the Awoken banners, you've got strong buff takers and then the hollows, and that's it. So it's a matter of consistency. Not having restores, it almost turns them off completely. I think Sentient makes it a little better. Her early game is very weak, but you just play it very chill, and so you cruise, and then you ramp up as needed. So that's kind of my opinion. Now, in case you're joining us for the first time, this is an interesting episode also because it's the first one after a series on Inkbound. I normally don't mix and match them this way, but because Inkbound came out on a Monday, my recording started on a Monday, which meant that my week coverage of it ended on a Sunday. So here we are on a Monday, and it's Monster Train, which happens to be this. So interesting. Anyway, this is a series where I am playing viewer submitted runs. Basically, if you are playing Covenant 25 Monster Train with no mutators and you struggle with a run, or you think a run is absolutely nonsense strong and just want to share, be it cursed or blessed, you can go to your run summary, and generate a challenge link from it. You click the generate challenge button, and then it'll create a 3-word combo similar to what you see here at the top of the screen, and you can submit that to me via various means. The easiest way of getting that to me is by Discord server. So I have a Discord channel for the channel, I suppose. It's a server for the channel. You know what I mean. And you can find it in the top right of the homepage of my YouTube channel. So you go into that. There's a curse submissions section or channel in there. Too many channels. All right, there's a server with channels, and then this is also a YouTube channel. Okay, you put it in the curse submissions channel, and people will play it. This way, you'll get it to more than just me, but that's the best way of getting it to me. Of course, you can also submit it to me via Reddit or a YouTube comment or whatever you feel like. I will get it as long as it reaches me. It's fine. and I will play it for the channel eventually. I do have a long list of submissions. I tend to select ones that vary the champion and the clan combo a bit. I mean, a lot of people have submitted. I think recently we've gotten as many Cursed Tethys runs as we've gotten of Cursed Soulguard runs, and there's only so many Stygian plus Dregs runs that I'm willing to play before I get bored. And so, sorry, I haven't really been selecting those in my weekly picks of this. But at a minimum, I like variety. So if you think you have a cursed seed with a champion that's normally pretty average or good, those are always going to probably get picked for me. Because I'm always like, ooh, what's weird about this one? As opposed to, okay, well, let me guess. It's Tethys and or Soulguard, and then you just see, I don't know, Lady of the Reformed and Paraffin Thug in every banner. Okay, I mean, I've played that run a billion times. Despite there having to be jank solutions to it, it just gets boring. So, anyway, we're currently on a 44 win streak on this series. We had a fun Rector submission. Again, speaking of champions that I normally consider quite good, it was a Rector that was discussing when to take which Rector, which I thought was a great discussion. It comes up a few times when I play that champion on its own, and so I wanted to give it the time of day. We ended up going Dark Calling into a quick multi-strike Morsel Maid infused Overgorger with a random Bounty Stalker. We had a votive key to power of the Bounty Stalker and a Memorial Fund as well. There was a lot of discussion about how I played the end game, and I don't think what I did was wrong. I think that there was an error I made where the Divinity got spikes, but I didn't see that it got spikes because it doesn't get the special effect for spikes, which was an interesting thought. I didn't even realize it at the time, but we were at very low HP, and so my trample Overgorger perished. A lot of folks were suggesting I split up the Overgorgers, and while I think that works on Seraph, Seraph was never a problem here. I mean, sure, we didn't eat on Seraph, fine, but we didn't need to. We already had the winning number, and you can make it stronger, sure, but we were already clearing enemies, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But regardless, the other thing that's on Divinity, I don't think it works because Rector does not have enough hit points initially. He is Harvest 2, but he has to have things die, and I didn't have a setup that was particularly excellent for that. There was Stealth, of course, which would have worked, but it would have been slow, and I don't know. Anyway, we'll move on. Actually, I don't think there was Stealth in that run. How was I keeping him alive? I think I was just face tanking with dregs. Anyway, it's been a while since I've recorded it because I did a whole week of Inkbound, so sorry. Anyway, let's go ahead and get in on this. I'm already 8 minutes in. Look at me doing a terrible job. Anyway, as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I've been saying this in a lot of videos. I'm close to 3,000 subscribers, which is awesome. Very cool. So if you haven't subscribed and or you unsubscribed because you hate me playing anything other than Monster Train, well, hey, here I am. It's still happening. So yeah, that would be pretty cool if we could get close to that. So let's get in on this. Did I turn off the mod? We'll find out today. 8 minutes in. I had a lot to talk about, apparently. Good grief. Alright, hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing okay. It's a bit early in the morning. This is actually the morning that this video is supposed to be going up, so that's interesting. But yeah, so I have just woken up, had a little bit of a breakfast to make sure I wasn't going crazy, and then started the recording. Let's see. Okay, well, let's see. We are default Awoken, default Umbra today. We're facing Rage Talos, Spell Shield Arcus, and Chaste Seraph. Chaste Seraph, huh? Okay. With Vine Grasp, Immortal Trade, Pyrogrow. Honestly, awesome openers, right? You get Cultivating Sentient here. We can take Pyrogrow. I have a draw and an Ember Relic, essentially. Immortal Trade is very strong into a lot of things. It's one of a great enabler for Hollows as well. So Steel Singer is turned on here. You could even do Thorn Hollow, but Awoken Hollow appreciates it. And Vine Grasp is a ping, which is usually a challenge with Restore runs, especially with Shade Splitter, so I'm happy to have them. Let's see. Where did our friend die? A lot of people died. A lot of people died on Ring 4, it looks like. 4 or 5. Let's see, what else do we have? Some Seraphs. No one died on Divinity. Interesting. There were 2 victories. I didn't mention that before. They weren't very high scoring ones, but they were victories. So more lost than won here, which is interesting. Let's see. Node-wise, we have temples on 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. So 5 temples. We can backload a lot there. Remember, we're only going to 100. Dupe on 8 is steel side. The trinket shop on 7. I mean, it has removals, but it's not great otherwise. I think the steel shop here is better with money and cave. Steel shop on 6. Magic shop on 6. This one's pretty good. You have vortex and caverns. Removal dupe on 5 competes with a good magic shop that has horde and caverns. Another removal dupe on 4 with health. No shops on 4, interestingly. It competes with an Awoken banner, which has a relic and money. Early game, let's see what we have. Awoken banner on steel side. Umbra banner on magic side. I will probably be avoiding most Umbra banners, unless they're forced on me. This early game does have double both shops, so depending on what we see, we might go steel, maybe take an Awoken unit. Maybe we go perils into an Awoken unit. That's a pretty common way I get out of this run. Of course, that requires you be shown perils, which is not always happening, but, you know, there's that. We can, of course, play a Hollow. There are a lot of very strong early plays here on Awoken. Simply either Hollow is pretty much a guarantee out of the early game, which is nice. Could go Magic Shop, Umbra Banner. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. This is Sentient, so we look at the Horde first. It's going to be Chain of Gems. 100%. I can actually do stuff with morsels with Chain of Gems, because this could also potentially end up on an Alloyed Construct run or something. Yeah. So we click it. Go in here. Ooh, I'm not a fan of this. Bristling into Chaste, huh? Well, I suppose so. That's not what we like to see. Explosive is very bad. Just do not click it. I mean, we take spikes. It'll at least do something early game. This does technically help maybe a little into the early game. Do I take this horde? How do I feel about that? I think we can take it, yeah. Root Split Mask is nuts. We're going to grab it. This lets me force enemies to hit Sentient twice, which I love here. Very strong play with Sentient with spikes. This also is good with Thorn Hollow, if I see him. We'll see. Unit draft. This is a bit scary, but I do want to take this. I have pings. I can deal with this. And we force enemies to hit me twice, so... Yeah, actually, so we want Sentient to take the damage shield here, because Spike still works. Cool. Oh, she gets damage, huh? Alright, fair enough. Get the collector. Goodness gracious. Alright, we're going to clear 9 damage guy there. I'm going to take the Shade Splitter here, which lets me get the Train Steward down. Now, I could Immortal Trade Sentient, but I think that is wrong. Okay, I force enemies to hit me twice. Oh yeah, baby. Magma Morsel. It'll do. I think I'm going to pull this back dude forward because his 10 healing is causing problems here. Yeah. Okay, then we do double stewards. I'm going to think. I know I want to draw Ute cards. I don't need Pyrogrow for anything here. Yeah, okay, fine. Okay. Yeah, things are going to leak. Look for a damaging morsel. We didn't get it. All right, well, that's unfortunate. Don't really have much else to suggest there. True. Now, it actually won't work if I play him on bottom. I don't think there's any reason to Immortal Trade up there. Just add some damage, but it's not enough to win. Okay, well, we're going to leak at least one guy for 6. I'm okay with that trade. I think we clear the other dude here, though. No, apparently not. Give me a damage morsel, please. I'll take the damage shield. Health is better. No, it's not. Damage shield is better here. Okay, well... I'm taking another 6. These are all trades I'm willing to make, as it turns out, is the way I'll look at it. Yeah. Like, oh no, but it did prevent me from taking too much here. And we definitely win Relentless on this one because the damage shield and the spikes and everything else. Yeah, no problems here. So I take 12. I would have taken 4, so I take 8 for the trial. I mean, I'm willing to take that trade. Click on Razor Sharp Edge because damage is a number that I like to see. Good. Umbra Assault? I like... What's coming up? I have a unit trial that I'm about to see. Awoken banner, probably. Space Prism, I think, is going to be it, right? I mean, Space Prism's not impressive, but it's something. I already have Immortal Trades. I'm debating on Umbra Assault. It's another ping, which is good, but it's also Morsel Generation, which might matter. I like taking a Morsel card beyond Shade Splitters, because you never know when you just get shown Morsel Made and have to make that work, or Overgorger or something. I'm going to click it. It's not my preferred one. I think it should be 5 damage, but I'll take it. I mean, this is just going to be Awoken Hollow, right? We just clicked the man. It's unfortunate we have nothing else fancy here, but we clicked the Hollow. Yeah, okay. Fine. Hollow is good. Give me something that I can put behind Hollow is even better. We'll go left. No, not enough money to do much with it, sadly. Plus 25 is good. Thorned Hollow? Thorned Hollow is really good here. And I don't have a back unit. We should take this to be certain that we don't die, right? Yeah. This is an interesting one, because what I'm imagining is Awoken Hollow behind Sentient, and then Thorn Hollow up top. The thing is Thorn Hollow is very secure into the early game, and if I might consider taking the Awoken Hollow for a self-infuse angle, but the big problem is I don't have another Awoken banner before Talos, and that could get you killed. Also, I mentioned it before, but Root Split Mask plus Thorn Hollow is pretty sick. Anything that forces enemies to hit the Hollow twice is a force multiplier, and this unit requires these in order to get there. Now, he also is one of the few ways that you can best Chaste by just keeping buffing him on the rise, play him on top floor. I think he's right here, yeah? Yeah, I'll take him. I'll give him the plus 25 because I'm worried about my early game. Yes. Do I re-roll this for another plus 25? I want to go Magic Shot, probably. Well, maybe holdover on something. Let's... Ooh, I don't know. Maybe I go Pyre Health, Steel Shop. I don't think we have to do anything here, so I'm not going to. Tenon Piercing. I mean, what you do here is you Tenon Piercing the Umbra Assault. I think this is a good play. And we just sit on this. Don't do any plus 30 nonsense. Let's move on. 25 is enough here. That's about as much as I want to go into the back with. Yikes. All right. Infiltrator. I mean, actually, this is okay. We just take spikes and then we play what I was saying. Sentient is going to blast and then she dies and then it's okay. Give her the damage shield here. She's going to need it. Clears the floor for 6. It's good. We'll take Shade Splitter up top, which is excellent. Hollow. Restore. Seems good to me. Cool, that was pretty strong. I will do Awoken Hollow downstairs. I'm going to pop the back fella to save some health here. And then we just, yeah, feed morsels up top. It's the best we're going to get here. Yeah, okay, cool. Triple Restore on Hollow. Pretty much guarantees the combat. Immortal Trade downstairs on this Hollow friend does just get the W, though, which is, you know, pretty cool. That's pretty strong, as it turns out. Easy. Sentient doesn't make it very far, but Awoken Hollow with an Immortal Trade just 1v1 spikes, man, so that's pretty fine. Great, we get money. I like that. Glimmer seems unnecessary, but I do like it. Especially because I can use it with plus 30 to heal Hollow and Sentient, so let's take it. It's going to be hard to say no to Prismal Dust. Again, another thing I don't love into Chaste, but it's very helpful early, so let's grab it. It's a low opportunity cost spell. Steel Shop, go for a plus 25, chill. Or go right. Magic Shop is nice. Here, I can take some -1s. I could take a holdover on... probably Glimmer here, but it could be Razor Sharp Edge. We just don't have the offense. I guess, sure, why not? Fine. I think it's better. I mean, the alternative is I get a plus 25, which is not impressive. There was no unit draft there, so We'll see what we hit. Remove consume on the shop. Banner says... Now... Hold up. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? I wasn't expecting to care about this Umbra banner, but they gave me Shadow Eater. Does this loser really cost 2 Ember? Good grief. What a stupid unit. Can you believe... Sometimes I look at the balance of this game and I go, can you believe they made Shadow Eater cost 2 and then said this was good? There's no universe his win metrics are even respectable enough that you think about this and you go, this is fine. This is like the this is fine meme with the room being on fire. And you're like, that's an Umbra unit. Seems good to me. Yikes. Anyway, you see what I'm seeing though? I have Root Split Mask, which enables Thorn Hollow. And I have a Thorn Hollow with a plus 25. And they gave me a Shadow Eater with Morsel Generation. Is this Thorn Eater run? What a weird pull. You know, the truth is, I'm not actually surprised that this was a loss if Thorn Eater is the main line that you're seeing here that works. This is such a bizarre and often untaken line. Now, by the way, Crucible Collector is straight up excellent here too. That is 5 lifesteal that you could toss into a guy, but being able to weaponize your morsels with a chain of gems, by the way, actually, this is nuts. Okay, yeah, Shadow Eater. Now we need to chill until I can see a temple because this is gonna suck otherwise. Think about your X5s here. Okay, so the X5s, we're gonna -1 the Penumbra Assault. The reason being, if I see an X5, I want to X5 this piercing Penumbra Assault here. Sure, we'll do that -1. Plus 10, I mean, you may as well. This is a great example of just put some health, some numbers on the health there. It's good, re-roll this. Permafrost is not it. I should take a -1 somewhere. Could be in a lot of places, but I think the Razor Sharp is most likely the best card I have. This maybe opens up spell chain angles or something if we hard pivot. Let's go to this Caverns now, see what we hit. Weathered Cold Stones, Ember Stasis. I do think I'll take the Ember Stasis here. It's not bad. It becomes like something I can use as a weapon early game, which I quite like. Cold Stones is... I actually like this one, but I don't like taking 3 Vengeful Shards. I feel like I would do this for 2. I don't know. Let's take Ember Stasis. It's something. It will weaponize the Vengeful Shards we get on the Divinity, at least. Fine. Do I want money? I'm not immediately spending it. Probably not. I don't see what value this is offering. There's no shop on this ring that I care about, or ring 4. Let's put another plus 10 in a restore, just so that these are stronger. And I think we chill. Skip the money. 25 shards is about as much as I'm imagining is good here. We have a jank run because I still have Shadow Eater in this, so I want to kind of play it cool in a Talos. We're not configured yet. This would be a hard run for a train wreck, although I guess it's not that bad because it's all backloaded, right? Double temples. Yeah, there's 4 temples coming up. Okay. Sentient downstairs. Thank you, Chain of Gems. Awoken Hollow. Sure. This is the one that slays, so I really don't want to just feed morsels and stuff to it. So, fine. Cool. Went down. Not what I like to see there. I can heal up front and take 2 damage shield, and I think she actually lives, which is incredible. Great work. Damage shield, huge value. Oof. She is going to get pummeled, though. It's going to be Thorned Hollow upstairs for sure. Yeah, the Rage Talos is always a spicy one. I could have maybe tanked this with the Steward and gotten... Yeah, I could have maybe done that. Let's get the Steward out, though. We're gonna lose Sentient, and that'll have to be okay. I do think we take the Razor Sharp upstairs, though. I think it's worth it, yeah. Okay, fine. She goes down. It's gonna be bad. That floor is rough. Let's take a Restore up top. That's nice. I do want to take the Glimmer downstairs. I'm pretty sure this swings it pretty hard. Yeah, very good. Fine Grasp can simply be in the back on middle. This is right because I want to pull him forward, maybe get some restore actions going on. He'll also swing, which means the middle guy doesn't actually... Interesting. So this is a case where I play the Pyrogrow and then toss an Immortal Trade upstairs. And I think that is going to guarantee the W, right? Yes. Yeah, and then Root Split Mask guarantees that guy's dead. Okay, cool. Great work. Go team. Bottom floor is not doing anything exciting. Shade Splitter, play it out. It's cool. I have, what, +4 Ember. I can get 1 Ember. Let's take the Immortal Trade. 5. All this life still guarantees it. The only downside to it is that I'm not actually doing anything with the Calcified Embers. We're not able to play it out, which is fine, but, you know, it could have been better, right? Another lifesteal. Yeah, easy mode. Cool. Easy win this combat. Ah, shame. Calcified Embers, don't get it out. That's okay. It's okay. This was secure. I wasn't guaranteed to get the really good setup. The lifesteal mattered. Alright, great work. Go team. No damage taken. Shard Channeler. Shard Channeler? Oh, baby. Yeah. I mean, I have Spike Sentient and Thorn Hollow here. It's gotta be Shard Channeler. This is looking spicy, right? Let's skip this money. I don't need these Garbo Umbra units. What am I doing now? Ember is pretty cool, but I don't need it because of Pyrogrow. Let's take card draw here. I think we're fine on space. I don't know what the heck is happening on Sentient's floor, but maybe I go right. I don't really see myself doing anything with this Awoken Hollow other than removing it. Can I win with just Thorn Eater and with Shard Channeler and Root Split Mask? I think we can. Let's go right here. This is going to be silly. Health is also welcomed here. We're going to do the infusion because, my god, I need to get this Shadow Eater out of my deck. I can't believe we're doing this. I think this is right. I could have gone... I think this was basically, by the way, before I do anything, this was the deciding point. I could have gone left, looked for a sweeper or something, and then put that behind Awoken Hollow here. And then Thorn Hollow becomes the kind of mid-game pass, and afterwards we pivot off of him. That was it. But everything is leaning me towards Thorn Hollow. I mean, I think Shard Channeler seals the deal for me, but really, Chain of Gems with Morsels, Root Split Mask, we have the pieces. I think this is the fabled Thorn Eater run, right? It has to be. Shadow Hollow, Thorn Eater. I always go back and forth on this one, but we're going to do it. This is a great example of a very rare synergy that supports a unit or a couple units that normally don't see a lot of play. This is fast, too, by the way, and if I see a Shroud Spike, this goes ballistic. Okay, let's do it. I also think, by the way, it is correct to take a +30 on Glimmer. This is just going to be a lot of health to my floors, which matters. You could tend in piercing that and then just dupe this thing a bunch, but I don't think it's correct to go that hard. We're going to cut a Train Steward for sure, but I think this is Awoken Hollow's time to go away. I think so. Sorry, champ. Him behind Sentient doesn't really add anything to my run. Yeah, goodbye. Okay. The dupe here, on the other hand, I'm going to tell you straight up, you could self-infuse the Shard Channeler here. I think I want this to be the Glimmer, but Glimmer's pretty darn good. If I 10 in piercing this is what? This is a 15 dupe, which makes this plus 25 shards right now up to 90. That's a little too hard, I think. No, that's a little too hard. I think 65 is manageable, but any more than that, I don't think so. So the play then is... Honestly, I'm going to buff a... I think I'm just going to take a Prismal Dust here, actually. Right? I was considering a restore, but that's not right. I'll just take another Prismal Dust. These are turns that I can pump into some things. Fine. Not glamorous, but fine. The Cultivating Pivot is a strong take here because Sentient Spikes are going to fall off a cliff. This is now just +1 card draw, basically, which is great. Skip this, and then Piercing, we move on. I think we're at risk, but we're not that much at risk. I think we can take the Armor Emblem here. We've got all the tools for Thorn Hollow to kind of pop off upstairs, and we're going fast. Going fast. Sentient mid bottom floor. We take Shade Splitter, toss it upstairs. Whole Scary Man forward, maybe? Takes 20 here. Yeah, pull him forward because it means I only take 5 to Sentient and this guy dies, actually. Yeah, okay. Good. I do get the Collector. It's amazing. I'll take it. I am going to blast the Calcified Embers here. We're going to Razor Sharp, Thorn Hollow. I mean, despite the fact that Shard Channeler is here, I think we need to be getting this Calcified Embers out there. These are cards that I need to remove. It's worth that turn, I think. I do the same thing middle. I am giving up, again, some power, but giving up a lot of power on this one. Okay, we're going to Glimmer. I'm giving up too much power on this one. Take the Shade Splitter. Okay, upstairs. An interesting dilemma on the question of, do I play the Ember to take the card draw or the card back in my deck, or am I too far behind on value there? I think I give up simply too much. I want to play the Glimmer on a floor that needs it, which is why I want to do this downstairs. But the 20 healing guy is a big problem. I think we just take this middle, which cleans up these guys. We're going to toss the 1 damage shield into Thorn Hollow here. Yeah. I would consider the Immortal trade, but we haven't seen Pyrogrow yet. And I need the Ember. This will lock down this upstairs dude. Okay, cool. Feeling better about this. Ooh, yeah, pop the guy in middle. I know I'm sacking bottom floor. I'm okay with that. Take double morsels up top. This is good. We kill him in 2. Let's actually use... This is a good Calcified Embers turn. Pump middle out, end that dude. Good. Great. Honestly, perfect. Bottom floor dies. It's fine. This is also now the time for Pyrogrow. And the last Calcified Embers here. Although, I really do think the double... If I don't play this Calcified Embers here, we're not playing it. Yeah, play it out. It's fine. Yeah, fine. Okay. Morsel upstairs. Good. It is a Rubble Morsel. We'll take 3 Prismal Dust upstairs and the Lifesteal, which should guarantee the rest of this combat. Cool. Thank you, Root Split Mask. Excellent work, as usual. Oh, we get Shard Channeler. Okay, cool. Great work. This is super W mode, is what that comes down to. And I even get a Morsel here, which is attack Morsel. Cool. We'll play out some garbage. It doesn't really do anything. We super win this now. Yeah, cool. Good. He's got a lot of lifesteal. It's fine. Yeah, buddy. Let's go. Big value. And the fact that we got rid of all of those Calcified Embers here is huge. Yep, good job. Of course we bodied this loser. Lifesteal and Shard Channeler value. Cool. Great work. We were much slower there than we could have been because of those embers, right? Those Calcified Embers. But this opens up the Divinity's Vengeful Shards as weapons, which will matter. Okay. I already have a Pyrogrow, don't need more. Invigorating Solution's not bad, but I'm not really hunting any specific cards. I just need density. Custodian is fine, but I want space for morsels, so we skip this. This is not diligent. It's not diligent. Crucible Extension. Well, guess it's not terrible here. I could fit more morsels on the floor. The truth is, in the Divinity, I'm only going to get the one morsel anyway because of Chain of Gems. I just don't think this is it. Gem Trove is too much. I don't need that many morsels. What this is doing is weaponizing my Shade Splitters. Let's just skip that there. We have a lot of money here. Removal dupe again? Don't think so. I don't have any. I have removals I like, but I want to go to this magic shop. We need upgrades and stuff. Yo, Refined Void. It pops off. That's nuts. That means he gets 2 free rejuvenate triggers? Yeah, buddy, let's go. Merchant of Magic. -1s are important here. I'm looking for a holdover as well. So that's fine. Plus 30. Intrinsic, well, we could have done the intrinsic space prism angle if we had chosen to. It's true. It's okay. I think we did the right thing. I wouldn't have said no to it, but it's fine. We're going to -1 a restore. Basically just make these a little more playable. The plus 10. Again, just stick some health, some plus 10s in these restores. Make them a little better. Remove consume. No. Reroll. Hold over on my Glimmer. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, in fact. You could hold over Immortal Trade and go a little silly, but the Glimmer is going to be much stronger overall. -1 a restore, plus 10 another restore. Just basically make these good. I'm going to buy removals on random trash, aka train stewards here. I'm going to go to a steel shop probably. Magic shop is cool and much stronger coming up, but at the same time, man, would I like another plus 25 for my lad. We have a rare draft pick. These all are probably pretty bad. Hellhorned, Melting, Stygian. Stygian's the best because it might create a spell I care about. It doesn't. I don't actually want Siren Song. It protects the Shard Channeler, but I'm looking for plus 25s here. These are all garbage. Deep Offering is maybe okay. I guess I did skip a Remove Consume, but... No. Let's just skip these. I need Density, and that is just like free gold. Why not? Anything in here I care about? Plus 30, intrinsic. You could intrinsic the Pyrogrow. We actually get away with it pretty well, but I don't think we need that Ember right now either. It's kind of a universal challenge is we don't have things in our deck we have to hit. All the things we care about are banner units. Shard Channeler is good, but we have time. Yeah, we move on. Oh, good to stay on 65 here. I'm glad for that. This is what? Oh yeah, Crystal Cloak stands no chance. Now, Heaven's Seal is scary. 65 shards, harvesters. Disrespecting here is pretty risky. I think we can get it though. We have all the tools to make this good. We do, yeah. This is actually a very good hit, by the way. We're going to do Sentient Middle, I think, here. She is going to get the damage shield. Yeah. I'm doing middle because I might be able to buy time to solve these things in a little bit. I'm going to pop one of the friends on bottom, which is huge work, which lets me double Morsel upstairs into Shadow Eater, which does get double Prismal Dusted here. Good. Great work, honestly. Okay. I see the Glimmer, which Glimmer basically is crazy here. Yep, we're just going to pop out middle because it gets me the Collector, which I like. Great work. Heal upstairs. Drop down Shard Channeler. May as well give him the damage shield, even though it costs me Ember. Shade Splitter is the action here. Yeah, cool. I don't need to do anything fancy downstairs. He's going to get healed. I don't really care all that much. I'm going to Glimmer out that floor anyway, so it doesn't really matter. How's upstairs looking? Not great. Cool. We're going to take the Pyrogrow. And I'm going to Glimmer upstairs, because I think it maybe kills them a little better. Sentient can do work, right? I'm not afraid of Sentient. Give me... oh, yeah, damage shield upstairs. Actually, Sentient deserves this more. That's true. Let's pull Overcharged Tank forward here. I do think this Clip Defender is just walking on me, though. This is going to be one of the things of the run, is just... guys that don't hit me are going to walk up. Getting him upgraded with spikes is kind of scary. It's honestly, I don't even know what I would do here. Let's not do this then. Maybe do some damage to his armor, in fact. We clear upstairs. Not worried about it. I am going to Razor Sharp upstairs. Do more damage is good. Restore is good. Shade Splitter is good. I think I need to respect mid-floor. So let's take the Glimmer here. I need to work through this man. Yeah, he takes 105 now, which is much better. Cool. We need to just be glimmering upstairs, basically, to make sure things don't go wrong, is really what it comes down to. Glimmer, good. Restore. Shade Splitter. Yep, pretty much. I am going to, okay, pull tank forward on middle, I think. 33 is going into the defender. This guy is going to basically walk on me, and there's not much I can do. I am going to take Rando Shade Splitter on middle. Sure. Okay, we're at least killing the Harvesters who are scary. Sentient is somehow alive, which is unlikely, but true. We're, like, close? I'm within 2 damage of killing this guy, and I didn't get it. Welp. Dang, alright. We came close. He's gonna walk on me, and I take 4, which I suppose that is just what's gonna happen here. I don't know what else to say. Let's play... Yeah, okay, we just body this boss with the form of Brain Steward with damage shield. That's funny. And I will take 1 Prismal Dust on Sentient. I mean, we completely destroy Crystal Cloak here. Truth is, Immortal Trade upstairs is actually huge value. I'm going to click it. Yeah. Well, my man walks on me. It's a shame. Takes 4 damage. Restore upstairs. We Glimmer middle because it buys turns. And then I think we do take the Shade Splitter here. I'm going to then Antumbra Assault it out and do some stuff on bottom and middle here. It's not, I don't think this Razor Sharp is doing it here. I think we easy get through this though. Yeah, the loser has no stealth. Coming up into top floor, gonna have a bad time. Great work. Cool, that is 190s, 204, doing pretty well. Priory's Cloak is not good, but I have the Glimmer, so maybe it does something on this run. Sure. Restoring Retreat, Preserved Thorns. Preserved Thorns is not bad, but I don't really see it. We have enough card draw here. I don't think this adds anything to my run. Restoring Retreat, you could play mid-floor, but I don't like it. I want to be able to feed morsels. Prism Retrieval, Cave-In, Excavation, Eruption. You could play middle and then cave-in things, but I think you want to play top for sure because of Root Split Mask. We just skip this. A card needs to do something really good for me to care. We're going to go left because I do desperately want to see like 3 plus 25s on this run, and I think it matters. I'm willing to skip a really good floor for it. Yeah, I'd like to do it before Arcus if possible. I think this is value. So give me plus 25s. You know what? Damage Shield 3 is straight up good enough. In fact, it's better. It is actually unironically better than plus 25 in almost all circumstances. It's true. Now, I think we put the damage shield into Shard Channeler here actually because I'd like the higher health cap for Thorn Hollow into Relentless. That's actually the big takeaway. So this keeps Shard Channeler alive on Divinity, which is incredible. I could toss him a Battlestone. It's kind of depressing, though. You could give him an Endless. I don't love it. It's not worth the money. I mean, they want to give me 6 damage shield Shard Channeler. That's like almost every turn on the Divinity here, right? I'll grab the Horde. Sketches, Cleansing Water. Cleansing Water is actually really good here, and you may not understand why. The answer is Spikes dudes. If I cleanse a Spikes guy of their spikes, it neuters them into my Spikes line. Hitting this, the scariest thing in this game right now is called the Spikes Buffoon on the Divinity. I need like 1 billion damage to somehow not lose to that man. Like, Ensnare would be a card I'll take. I'm going to be scared of him. I'm going to Glimmer him every turn. So Cleansing Water potentially answers him. So I think it's better than all of the other options there. Full stop. Now, what I think I'm going to do here is I don't really want to look at a Steel Shop again. I don't have a lot of money. I'm debating on the Battlestone being good enough in the Thorn Hollow here. I think it is. I guess I am seeing a Steel Shop. Okay, so here's what we do. We do damage shield 6 on Shard Channeler here because this guy now basically survives Divinity forever, which is good. And then we'll take a plus 25 coming up because I don't think it's going to be the Trinket Shop here. We have the tools, although we don't have a lot of money is the thing. This is not a double money or even single money Trinket Shop, which makes it tough to play into. I think we move on from here. I'm feeling okay. Cool. I think we get through Arcus. I think Fel would have been easier, but Arcus is acceptable. What is this? Rally Shard? Okay, I don't really care. We're going to pump a Shade Splitter. Answer is going to be Sentient, gets the damage shield because I think she needs it. And then it is Rubble Morsel for Ember Drain, Thorn Hollow. I mean, of course, whatever, it doesn't matter. I am going to play the Pyrogrow here, though, straight up. It's a good turn for it. I'm going to kill this front guy downstairs because it means that both these guys kill themselves into Sentient without breaking the damage shield. So she takes no damage from it, basically. Well, that's actually an annoying incant turn, huh? I think the way we do this is I restore and then just give 5 damage shield on Sentient. I hate it, but I'm gonna do that. That was a good turn for some other stuff, but at least it keeps Sentient alive for a little longer. I'm okay with that. Restore upstairs. Gotta work on this. I'm gonna pop the scary guy downstairs for some morsels. I don't actually think it adds anything to give Shard Channeler this particular damage shield, so I'll save the Ember Drain instead. Do some damage middle here. I'm gonna Razor Sharp the Hollow and give double damage shield. It does not matter, actually. Relentless won't care. Take the Shade Splitter then, do more damage middle, play the Train Steward out to get rid of it. There we go. Okay. I do have some lifesteal, which is good. That is a way I can win this run. We need to do everything we can upstairs. Incant is middle. I think we just straight up Glimmer upstairs. I need to be scaling my spikes to respectable levels. I just incanted that man. That's okay. Shade Splitter middle seems good. I'll Vine Grasp the boss because it might matter for spell shield reasons. I don't know. Don't be another Glimmer. Alright, cool. I was going to say don't be another real buffoon of a... Hey, see, look, we're doing 30-something damage to the guy. It's worth it. Do restore. Do play the Shade Splitter because it is correct. And I'll take 2 damage shield upstairs because you may as well. He's fine either way. He's got lifesteal, but it doesn't matter. I could have maybe saved it for Relentless, possibly. That probably would have been better. We Glimmer upstairs. We're strong, actually. Killing a 120 here is straight up respectable. Give him some lifesteal because reasons. I will take damage up top, and I'll take Rubble Morsel middle because it offsets. I don't care about the Cultivate triggers or whatever here, even though I know it's negative. The interaction is not what we want. It's fine. I just kind of don't care. Sentient is not the important part here. Glimmer upstairs is correct. We want to keep the buffs going. We're going to pop, yeah, middle guy, of course. The lifesteal is the play. Damage shield middle. We're going to take another Shade Splitter. Damage shield middle, why not? 1 Ember Drain, 4 Ember. Play the Immortal trait, it's good. I think we're at a point where with enough lifesteal, I feel very confident into this. Maybe they'll show me a Shroud Spike or something. Glimmer, restore, it's good, chill. Looking okay. I think we have the tools here. Restore. Glimmer? I mean, Glimmer is actually not as good as both restores here. I get, what, an extra round out of Sentient if I Glimmer on middle? Does that even matter? I don't think so. I don't think it actually matters. How much are we doing? 174? I don't think this Glimmer is actually doing anything for us here. I think instead we do double restore because it's more triggers, and we toss another lifesteal at it just for a win. I think it's impossible to lose if I have 14 lifesteal here with 51 damage. Yeah, it's impossible to lose this. Yes, mathematically I just have enough turns because of lifesteal here, and we do a ton of damage. 250s, pretty good. It's pretty good. Shroud Spike, oh my god, snap click. Okay, that's Monster Train. Is it more card draw? I don't even know. I think I actually want Ember because my stuff is expensive and the Shroud Spike is a thing. And I have so much card draw right now. I'm at 7 with Sentient. It's not Space, is it? No, it's Ember. This will make a better Spike, better Damage Shield, better Prismal Dust. We'll go right, like I said. I don't have enough money to really do anything. Unless I top deck, like, what is it? Petrified Crucible, which would be nuts, but it's not going to happen, so whatever. We'll go right. There we go. Here it is. Plus 25. I love that. Right off the top. Caverns. Trade Pyre Health for money? Yes. I can do this, yes. I'm going removals next, which has Pyre Health baked in. I'm going to make this trade, even if it ends up costing me, because this is very aggressively good for, what is it? Removals, which I value. I'm going to go Cultivating, too, because she's more likely to stay alive. Yeah. She's not the spikes. I'm not using her for spikes. Another plus 30. A Purge is pretty tempting. Genuinely. Cut a card. I think we can cut a Vine Grasp here. I like Vine Grasp. Having one of them is good. Having two of them is unnecessary. Yeah, so we'll cut one with the Purge. Is that right? What's the cost on my removal right now? 120. So it's 120, 180, and I'm seeing 2 removals coming up. Purge is pretty low impact. What I'm actually thinking is a plus 30 here. You give a plus 30 restore. It's pretty solid. Not incredible, but pretty solid. Yeah, I think this is going to be more impactful than the Purge, right? Because of all the pathing that I have coming up. And the fact that I'm just going to buy a removal here anyway. We cut this Train Steward, actually. And then the Vine Grasp can go on the next floor. We chill on 400 here. I have 7 card draw with 26, so I'm seeing my whole deck in 4. Yeah. Yeah, it's technically 28 because you lose draw 2 on Pyrogrow, so I'm still seeing it all in 4. Just like the speed that I see Glimmer is important to me. I want to see the Magic Shop because a Permafrost into Spike might be good. I might even take a Remove Consume on it, but I'd have to line it up pretty well. We'll see. We'll see. I think we're good. Shard-wise, 95, looking solid. I'm going to take something coming up. I could always take another plus 30 if I have to. Not really a concern. Sure. Let's go. All right. Aggressive Amulet with Winged Horde is scary. I think we've got the tools for this, though, right? Especially with the Glimmer, we're fine. It's pretty likely we lose Sentient here, though, unless we hit early. So let's give her the damage shield. As it turns out, I tend to give her the damage shield because she's a little bit on the weaker side. So, you know. Oh, I get double morsels here. That's neat. Cool. Alright, chow down, my friend. Give me a Glimmer. Okay, we didn't get the Glimmer, but I'm going to tell you, I want the morsel. I mean, the 100 gold. Oh, okay. This is nuts, right? So here's the deal. I actually will trade... Should I look in the Shade Splitter for an Ember Morsel here for that spike? The thing is I'm actually, like, the Lifesteal Morsel is so nonsense powerful here, right? But if I get the Ember Morsel, I spike at 4, and then it's worth it to look. Ah, we don't get it. Okay, so play the Shard Channeler. I lose 1 Ember here. I do think Shard Channeler is worth having on this run, 100%. He belongs here. We're going to spike at 3, which is solid. That is a lot of spikes gain. We take the regen here. It's good. Give some health on middle. Then I'm going to kill one of the guys on bottom. Great news. Cool. Okay. Good. Good enough. We got the Glimmer at long last. Great. Let's Pyre Grow and restore. Shade Splitter. They can have it upstairs. I have Lifesteal still. Quite a bit of it. Let's Glimmer middle because I'm a little worried about Sentient kind of passing away. Doing, what, 80-something? This guy's actually kind of scary, right? 142 here. He's going to take another 142 next turn. I guess he does die. Let's save Sentient then. Prismal Dust, she can have some health. This was a Rubble Morsel, which means I can get away with this Immortal trade now. Yes, good. Cool. We're going to Glimmer upstairs right now. Sentient is probably not long for this world. Actually, top floor's looking okay. I could Glimmer unsave middle. Shade Splitter for sure. Yeah, we're looking okay, actually. Right? Save Sentient. Save my champion. It's kind of the name of the game here, I suppose. That seems reasonable. It's a lot of incoming damage. Being able to mitigate it is good. Going to 2 Ember next turn, how afraid am I of that? I lose some Restore procs. Let's not do it. Yeah, it's fine. We get double kills on top, which is great. I think we've kind of solidified it. We're looking good there. I would have been fine. That's okay. We will take the Razor Sharp up top, though. I am going to kill something on bottom. A Miner? Sure, why not? Let's save. I think Sentient staying alive is actually relevant, so we'll keep clearing middle. There you go. Morsel Miner, why not? And we chill on the Immortal trade here. It's okay. Enemies are killing themselves on spikes, which means that... which is great, right? Because it means that I don't have to do anything super fancy here. He doesn't have to use any of his lifesteal, is really the big takeaway. Save Sentient. Sure. I'm willing to take this Immortal trade. Yeah. 16 lifesteal is going to be plenty, is just the truth of it. Yeah. It is worth it to keep glimmering. I'll play the Morsel. Great news. Cool. Pop a guy downstairs. Fine. Cool. We are winning this combat. No concerns. I pop the fella downstairs. It's great. We take the Morsel upstairs. It's equivalently great. I will Immortal trade here, and we're going to double Shade Splitter for Sentient, who I apparently gets a whole bunch of hit points here. Why not? And then here's Ripple. I may as well heal upstairs. Here's double, like, what is it, damage shield. I guess this is damage didn't need to take, but, like, I don't really care all that much. Hey, she lived at 1. That's pretty cool. We easy win this. I'm not worried about it. I have so much lifesteal. As long as this buffoon doesn't have, like, a million tack, we're fine. We do 250s with the spikes. Yeah, we're good. Cool. Chaste is gonna... Ooh, Bramble Lash. It's Ensnare. I was gonna say, who Bramble Lash, spicy. I could freeze it and do things, or Awake, big heal. No, it's Ensnare. Hard, absolutely, 100%. Not even questioning it. That is the most important card I could see, because if all I gotta do is draw that into that loser on Divinity, and if I hit him, then eventually with that plus Awoken, the Root Split Mask, he like never walks to Divinity. If I get him in Relentless, it's fine. He'll kill himself. No worries. Skip these Umbra cards. That was a really good hit, and Snare is so important here. We go right. I do not require a dupe. There is nothing I would care for here. True. By the way, I wish Shard Channeler's Infusion was his ability. I'm just gonna say it. What's my shards today? A -2? Yeah. -2 Shroud Spike is pretty good if you've gotten a remove consume for me. Double stack? Yo, double stack and snare is mean. I'm gonna do that. Jackstrip's faulty loader, worn grindstone. Absolutely not. Gnarled root. My guy, he can do 100 damage. That's actually pretty good. We're going to remove one of the vine grasps, as I said. What am I removing now, though? Probably a shade splitter? I guess so. Shade splitter is good, but at the same time, I mean, actually, I think it might be the razor sharp edge. Overestimated the value of this. We're not leaning into it at all. I put 25 gold into it. It didn't really do anything for me. It could have been a direction, but I think this is actually my worst card here. Shade splitters are not bad. I don't need the density of these shade splitters, but I don't think razor sharp edge is actually doing anything for me here. Okay, first off, double stack the ensnare. This is sick. This means guy never leaves the world. Just make this 0 cost again. Perfect. Great news. We may as well plus 10 this Vine Grasp, although I think, did I re-roll this Trinket Shop? I did. Winged Steel is the pick. 255. Okay, I want to make sure I have money for stuff that matters. This plus 10 is probably not that important to me. So let's take Winged Steel here. Gnarled Root. I think it's going to be Gnarled Root. It is Gnarled Root. Okay. Winged Steel is good. Draw me faster, please. It's hard to say no to it. I have the Ember as well. Okay. Cool. Good pickups from that. I should be able to afford the plus 10. This does very little for me. There's like a couple things that 13 gets me on Vine Grasp. I don't think this matters. Or re-roll it. Remove Consume Shroud Spike with a -2 in the temple. Sign me up. Sign me up. Yeah, buddy. Let's go. Okay, there's my 110 shards, which is all I'm going to do. I'll take the -1 into Big Restore. Yeah, it's going to be Big Restore. I can't afford a removal anymore, sadly. That's okay. I could 20 consume one of these restores. I could just get rid of the Vine Grasp, actually. There comes a point where this is not important. Alright, yeah, actually I will 20 consume this and get rid of it. That's fine. I didn't invest into it. It's not important. We're good. 110 out of 100. This intrinsic doesn't do anything for me that I care about. No, alright. I think we're chilling. 110 out of 100. I think we beat Chaste. We are faster than this buffoon, which is important. My biggest concern is Shard Channeler might perish because he relies on damage shield, but look at that bottom floor. Good grief. We'll play Sentient bottom first because it full benefits from her power here. We're going to pop one of these friends. I'm then going to take double morsels upstairs. Our goal is just go fast, basically. Just go fast. We're going to lose buffs. It's going to be fine. My goal is for Sentient to somehow live until the end of time. Yes. Let's do it, Sentient. I believe. Take double Shade Splitters here. What if I just don't play Shard Channeler for a while? What if I just don't do that? Because he's at risk of dying to these Pyro Wings. I want him for Relentless very badly. Yeah, you want to know the truth of it? Let's just not play him for a while. We'll Pyrogrow here. I do want the damage shield. I'm going to... This damage shield isn't relevant, really. Put it downstairs, I suppose. It plays out the card at least. And they immediately use it. Yeah, we save Shard Channeler. I don't want him to die, is the thing. Double clear up upstairs is scary. Heal up top is good. I'm going to take this Shade Splitter. And then we're just straight going to spike here for up a trillion. And I'm going to be super happy about it. Incredible. Bam. Spikes gain, baby. Lock down this front buffoon because he terrifies me. He's about to walk. Could you maybe, I don't know, attack Sentient next turn, Chaste, please? Thank you. Glimmer is good. Alright, Glimmer upstairs. Maybe we actually kill this guy. Ooh, buddy, we did it. Great work. Go team. 3 damage shield saves Sentient a lot of life. I think instead we really want to do double One morsel is good because it lives. Sweep, though. Remember the sweep. Let's double damage shield downstairs. It saves 16 health. I'm okay with that. Yes, good. If I could get Thorn Hollow or anyone to a point where they... Poor Sentient is just going to pass away. I ensnare the big guy upstairs. I'm going to Glimmer downstairs to save Sentient's life. I think she matters more than you might imagine. We'll ping this guy in the back up top. I'll take the Shade Splitter here. Any scaling I can get is worthwhile. We need to stay ahead. Okay. Fine. Alright. Go back to Sentient. I know you go upstairs. It's fine. I knew you would. I knew you would. Give me a good morsel. You know what? It's fine. I don't have a payout for this, but it's fine. So we take... 2. I think Shard Channeler lives if I play him now. I need him not to have the Ember Drain. So we do Rubble Morsel here. Then we spike. So the big spike for a lot of value, which is good. I can then... I could save Sentient some life. I just need her to last to Relentless. So I think we pop the friend upstairs. But he's going to get swung on. So we play the Shard Channeler. I take this Ember Drain from the Fire Wings, and we're going to be okay with it. We Glimmer upstairs. We want to lean in on this right away. Good. We clear that. It's worth it. I'm doing 156, which is not enough to auto-kill the Pyre Wings, sadly. Let's save Sentient's life. 2 spikes, it's enough. Right? 5 Ember coming up. I want to play cards. I'm going to take 2 Ember Drain. We wait. Yeah. I also could get cleared upstairs still, but go bottom floor, please. Yeah. All right, Sentient, you did great work, Sentient. Good job. We ramp. Now we go crazy. This is when we play. Okay. We are killing the Pyre Wings on middle. It's excellent. I don't care if Sentient dies, right? True. She's not important. We'll take... Oh, don't play that. I want to play the Glimmer for sure. The question is just where, right? We ramp upstairs. I don't think there's anything fancy we do. Double Rooted does just kill someone downstairs, guaranteed. So that's neat. Doesn't really matter. I don't really want to feel like getting the Steel Wings, though. I'll just get him stuck in hell. He can go get stuck in hell here. I think we are actually cleaning it up, though. This is our Relentless turn. Great work. Cool. Very cool. Let's Umbra out the bottom guys. I'll take the damage shield upstairs. It's good. Just send this morsel elsewhere. I have no need for it. We restore a whole bunch because everything matters. Now I really do believe in taking some Ember Drain. I want to build this up. Horned Hollow is important. I get a spike coming up potentially, so let's play it chill. Yes. Okay. Alright, we didn't get the spike. Let's just end this middleman. We're going to double restore up top. It's good. I'm going to Glimmer up here. It's good. And then I just toss the Shade Splitter. Sure. Good. I think we're getting out of Chaste here. We do. I mean, we just also click Shade Splitter real quick and then spike for a bunch, which puts us at a really good number of regeneration triggers here. And we finish with, wait for it, a minor. Actually, I mean, you give him the Jeweler here, right? Okay, cool. Good. He's taking a lot of damage per round, and we're not really at risk, which is great. Okay, Chaste was scary. We did it. Let's think about this. Divinity is going to look similar, right? I have... Divinity does look similar. Shard Channeler will die, is kind of the unfortunate reality of the world. Sentient, get the damage shield. Ooh, wait. I want a morsel to live upstairs. Yeah, okay. Damage shield morsel gets it. Okay. Then Thorn Hollow drops. Where we dropping? I'm gonna sentient middle because she actually gains health from being hit like this. And Tumber Assault downstairs is good. Yeah, she can get all these buffs. I mean, it's not going to be good because of the Cultivate trigger, but this works out. I will ensnare the boss because I don't really want to slow down these waves. Okay. Morsel gets eaten. Well done. I could save Shard Channeler into Relentless with these damage shields, these Prismal Dusts. I think I will do it. Yeah. We will play Pyrogrow here. I'm going to draw the Shard Channeler. Okay, so this is going to be Shard Channeler play with Chain of Gems into Prismal Dust. And I'm pretty sure my guy just kind of lives to Relentless now. Cool. How do you get pulled? You don't take this 23. Oh, you got cleansed. Okay, I was gonna say, what the heck is happening? Save this Vine Grasp? I don't think this is the time. No. This is looking promising. We got the Glimmer. Glimmer is big. Play Glimmer, by the way. Shade Splitter, we have the Shroud Spike. Play it. It's going to be important. Cool. Anything that ramps me faster is super critical here. I will take the Immortal trade here, I think. Coming up on a damage shield. Yeah, we're fine. I'll grab it. It's okay. It is worth it to me. Have it. Sentient will pass away. Pretty likely. I think I'm going to Glimmer middle. Yeah, it feels much stronger. Glimmering middle. By the way, here's the guy where if I kill him, I get the Ember Stasis action. Love to see it. What is the play? I can keep a morsel alive. Glimmer middle is a big swing that I think is super relevant, and I will click. It turns this in such a big way. We're going to work on stuff upstairs. Absolutely. I think we ensnare this big man. Or actually, I might consider splitting up the tanks. I do like that. We'll split up the tanks here. I can keep a morsel alive, so I should. Good. That's a turn. Don't play this Immortal trade here. No. Good. All right. Okay, we lock down a guy on middle. It's good. I would like to keep Sentient among the living, if possible. If possible. Blast this middleman. I mean, anything I can do to get this overcharged tank dead and gone is worthwhile. I come pretty close. If I get this guy on top after 2 turns, that's true. Do I have a piercing for... I don't. I don't have a morsel here. Tragic. I might have been able to pull it off if I had done the Vine Grasp on this middleman. It's okay. So just play the spikes. Oh, never mind. We just draw into one. Good. Great work. Cool. Morsel. Good job. This guy in back is dead eventually, so let's kill on middle. I think this is worth it. And let's work on this back dude, who is going to be a problem. Just straight up will be. I have 2 lifesteal. I want to make sure I'm proccing this lifesteal. I don't need to necessarily stack it up right now, and I have the guaranteed spike coming up, so the Ember Drain being gone is important. So let's leave it like this. Okay. Mid-floor, we do clear a guy. We get a rooted. Good. Top floor is scary. Sentient is passing away. Let's play the Shade Splitter first. Health is really good. I need to Glimmer middle. Sadly, Sentient cannot die here. She is important. I'm willing to trade this Weight of Contrition for a very good spike. Got an Umbra Assault. Let's pop the Conduit down below. See if we get something spicier. Huh. I could take an attack morsel here, although I have the Gnarled Root, so any spike does just make me do a lot more damage. I think we tank this hit in order to do as much damage as possible, and I think Antumbra Morsel is how we do it. Right? 206 here is so much health into Relentless. It's true. That also procs like 70 more damage into Chains. Unfortunately, because of this Protector, we are not swinging 140 into Chains here, but he will attack a second time, which makes him take another 240 damage. These morsels all pass away. So I'll give the damage shield to mid-floor. I think that's acceptable. We take this 3. This is super important. Just respect here, I think. It's all about respect. Give me Ensnare and I feel really good. Okay. Weight of Contrition out. We Ensnare. Oh, look. Look, it happened. It happened. Cleansing Water, Bodied Steel Slate. Top floor is cleared. Excellent work. Play the Shade Splitter out. Yeah, sure, I'll take the damage shield. Good. This means I can actually just ensnare Chains and we don't even have to think about him. He doesn't even make it to my Relentless floor. Incredible. Let's keep scaling. Let's keep scaling, yeah. And then 2 damage shield, save Sentient. Save my Sentient. She gets it. I'm doing 400 up top, which is great. I think we're looking pretty good. Do I... 240. Am I doing 240? I am. So that means I don't get Pyro Wings, which is incredible news. I'm such a huge fan of that. I also have this weapon. Want to see my weapon? By Vengeful Shard up here, I push 170 through to the boss. Incredible. Well worth it. Regen, I do think I begin... Oh my god, Sentient Pair passes away here. It's a shame. I do think I will accept Immortal Trade here. Because he didn't have any lifesteal. This is free scaling, but also just an important amount of everything else. Shard Channeler will not make it very far. Unfortunately, my guy is gonna pass away, and that will have to be okay, but... Okay, anything I ensnare on middle does not go to Relentless. True. We Glimmer downstairs because I don't want these curses. That's for sure. Absolutely. Take the Restore up top. I think we take the other Restore up top. Good. Doing a lot of damage. The Divinity has already taken like half its HP, which is pretty important. I also think it's going to be critical that I play this Immortal Trade and just accept this Ember Drain. These are free turns, basically. And let's lock down a Wilt Wings because it does a lot of damage. Seems good to me. It's a lot of damage I'd like to avoid. Okay. You blast upstairs, it's fine. Goodbye, Shard Channeler. I knew you wouldn't make it. You made it pretty far, though. He did great, actually. Blast here. Restore, restore, Immortal Trade. Safe. Good. This is a very solid run. Look at this man. He's doing 354. That's a lot of turns before Shard Channeler finally passes away, and then it's still enough damage anyway, so looking good. What an interesting run. I took 3 damage. I think it was worth it, just in case the draw order was really bad, but my score will suffer for it, so sorry, I suppose. But I think it's okay. I'm happy with it. It was a fun run. I actually didn't expect... I don't want to call it the high roll, because the high roll would have had the Petrified Crucible, but this was the required amount of support to have him win. We'll go to the challenge first. Let's see what other people did. I definitely didn't get the high score here. It's okay. They probably did sillier things. Gabriel. What in tarnation? Old magic. Oh, with sap. Okay, that makes Relentless and Morsels function. Wait, what in the world is this? Gabriel, did you record this episode? What in the dirt universe have you created? You have Garbage Morsel Maker and Crucible Collector Morsel Master. So you play for Relentless. Sentient, I guess, is just explosive here. What is happening? How did this win? I mean, okay, it won because of old magic. That's obviously it. This is a great amount of this. This will turn off the Divinity for sure. This turns off Chaste if you can play it fast enough. I guess if you have 5 million morsels fed into this man, Divinity just sweeps this out though. But I guess you old magic it down. This seems like super jank, right? My major concern with this is I'm pretty confident this just straight up loses if you don't high roll this old magic with sap, right? I mean, how in the world does this ever actually generate morsels into Divinity with a Crucible Collector? This guy just dies, right? He just falls apart very quickly and does nothing. So if you miss this old magic, you lose. I guess you just duped this super glimmer that we talked about. I talked about bringing this up. I ended up waiting for the holdover, but you ended up just making 3 of these. This is bizarre. I would never recommend this. You lose if you miss the old magic here, but this probably makes for some hella good YouTube content though. This is a spicy game plan that I would not recommend on a win streak, and somehow he pulls it off. Wow. Truly, that's a wow. All right. Woof, this is me. I feel like my run looked more normal than that somehow, and I have a Thorn Hollow in it. Oh, hey, look, someone else did it too. Oh, Wildwood Custodian is fine. Sure, sure. Thorn Hollow Shadow Eater, yeah, seems good. Sentient. Similar mix to me, actually. Oh, wow, look at this. This person did basically the same thing. You have Restoration Detonation on holdover. Fine. I think the Glimmer's better, but I guess they didn't take it because they already had spikes. I understand. I understand. Now, you did skip Cleansing Water. It did body spikes, man. Did you take any damage? No, you didn't. Well, you had the ensnare too. I mean, I think you had the pieces. I think we made this look better, but at the same time, I'm glad to see I wasn't the only one who came up with this idea, right? I think Thorn Hollow makes a lot of sense to grab early game. You see the Awoken Hollow and you're going, okay, well, I can maybe fabricate something from this. But once you see the Thorn Hollow, you go, he guarantees my early game in a big way, which is very important. And then you see the Shadow Eater, and things kind of go from there, right? Shard Channeler is a great hit here. The ability to keep him alive for so long was excellent. I'm a big fan. Sentient was a card draw. She didn't really do anything else, but she was a card draw. She did kill some guys. The fact that we could do Chaste Thorn Hollow is really important here. The Shadow Eater helps you ramp very fast. This is kind of what it might look like if his self-infusion didn't suck, right? The ability to add extra triggers is critical, which is what is happening with Shadow Eater's infusion. Lets him go fast. The Shroud Spike was nuts. Big fan of this. Hard to argue with -2 remove consume. Yeah, that's big. What else do we have? Glimmer was good. This helps. This keeps Sentient alive. This clears floors. This chunks heavies. It's a good card. It supports the line. I think it's easy to overlook because you go, I have all this backline management, right? I have spikes on Sentient. I have spikes on Thorn Hollow. But you know what would be great? If my guy didn't always get hit by that much damage. So this Glimmer is how Sentient was able to provide me with +1 draw for so long. Things like Refined Void are here, huge here. Gnarled Root is nuts. Did you also buy Gnarled Root? You did. What a genius. Genius tier play. Just buy Gnarled Root, do 100 damage. It mattered. I mean, it matters. I don't know if it actually changed the win, right? I don't think this was the difference, but it contributed. It saved multiple rounds in Relentless, for instance, on Divinity. You can just math that out. I was like 170 plus damage saved every turn, which adds up to at least as much as I was doing with the hit. So good stuff. Honestly, this is cool. I don't see this run very often, and I'm glad to be able to demo it. This is one of the rare things you want to look for to solve this clan combo, right? I was talking about There's really not much here, but the availability of the hollows is important, and is one of the reasons I don't think the Sentient is the worst variant of this. I think Root Seeds is, and because I think Windleton is too strong and Primordium is obviously too strong, I think it has to be Penumbra Root Seeds is the worst version of this. Crazy enough. And obviously you could just high roll, hit perils. It's not even a high roll. Just hit perils and you can solve a run like that. But think of this hypothetical, right? This hypothetical curse seeds. You have Penumbra with root seeds. You're forced into monstrous early because you're shown glutton. Your relics are, assume all of your relics are garbage. You're only shown Umbra units, none of the good ones. So no Morsel Maid, no Alloyed Construct, no Perils, no Razor Sharp. Okay, you've got Root Seeds and what, like Morsel Master or something? What do you do on that run, right? The jank you come up with that you try to do to win on that run, in my opinion, is you take like Animus of Will and infuse Morsel Maker into it and just try your hardest to lock things to your floor so that you can scale hard enough to live. That's like the only idea I have, right? I can imagine a pretty doomed run that I would not really know how to confidently solve. But it requires a lot of things go wrong. Usually, Monster Train shows you something, is kind of my philosophy. With enough RNG, which there is RNG in all these picks, right? Card drafts, everything. With enough time and choices, then you should see something. The runs where you see truly nothing are terrifying, but I suppose they exist. They must anyway. I don't think my win rate would be is truly 100% because I don't think I've actually seen. Well, obviously I've lost a couple curse seeds, but I also just don't think I've seen runs that doomed. I can imagine a run so doomed with some clan combos that you just lose. I also can imagine a run where you lose on ring 1 with Primordium, but we haven't seen that actually in practice. It requires a very strict draw order RNG that I think is important. And even if you play it completely safe, you just whiff on everything and you lose. You can still sometimes make it through if you get like good Plink RNG, but I think there are a lot of combats in the early game that just body you. So it's kind of interesting, but we'll let it ride. I don't have much else to say here. This is an awesome run that I had a lot of fun playing. So good stuff. Glad to see it, and hopefully this gives you another tool in your tool belt that you can use for this weird clan combo, right? If you see these pieces in this order, it's good. I don't think you ever take Shadow Eater first, by the way. That's a pretty doomed take. That's like your emergency I'm about to lose take. I can't imagine Shadow Eater being better than any other morsel unit in this circumstance. But if you see Thorn Hollow first, then I think Shadow Eater makes a lot of sense. So anyway, I'll let you go there. It brings us up to 45 on this series, which is great. So yeah. Hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like or a dislike if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.